Good morning. This is Save Scrap and Sew, and we have who we popularly call as AN, Anushka here. Her parents are here with us today, and Anushka is going to share her Save Scrap and Sew journey today. Please go ahead, Anushka.
Yeah, okay, so good morning. I am Anushka Vinod Nayak and I joined SSS during my summer holidays. I wanted to find a voluntary activity for my grade 10 SCPW and I got the chance to know about it from a good friend of mine from school. And when she told me about this initiative, I was very much excited and I wanted to see what this was all about. So when I joined for my first session, I got to understand that SSS is an initiative where teen buddies like me collect fabric scrap from tailors and we utilize that fabric scrap and we cut, sort, if required, even iron the scraps and stitch them into these different utility items such as sheets, bags and pillows. For example, you can see right here, this is a stitched bag right here. It's also very colorful, so it's good. And you also have this pillows, which is very comfortable. Inside these pillows, you have these very small scraps, and nothing much can be done with those scraps. Is used as filling for the pillows. So every scrap is definitely being used in some way or the other. And these are 5x5 panels which are being cut. So these are 5x5s and we stitch them together. And like that we make so many, and this is also a long panel. This is a sheet basically. So two things to keep in mind. First of all, the material of the scrap and the sizes in which we're cutting them into. Material is very important. Usually when we find scrap, it's usually materials like cotton, linen or denim, and depending on the material we stitch these utility items. Like if it's cotton, we can make sheets, and if it's denim, we can make bags. So that's very important. Second, the sizes. So usually we cut them in squares, 5x5s or 10x10s, but even rectangular sizes are also acceptable. We teen buddies, we actually do learn how to stitch, but the main stitching is actually being done by the adult buddies. What we do is we sort them out so it's easier for them to actually stitch them into these utility items. And these sheets, bags and pillows are eventually given to those who are underprivileged, or they're given to charity homes as well. Usually we do not stitch garments or we do not stitch dresses because that requires a very high skill of stitching. I did some research about the impact of clothes on the environment, and firstly I discovered that it takes about 3,000 liters of water just to create one t-shirt. And if that's the case, just imagine how much water is needed to create so many more t-shirts. So firstly, that's water pollution. Secondly, the fashion industry puts so much pressure or requires so much agricultural land which can be used for food products. So that again is a big disadvantage. So that again, it's a big no-no. And also when we first think about landfill, usually we think about plastic products, or whenever we go to school we usually find initiatives related to plastic, but we never think about it from a clothing perspective. So when I joined SSS, that definitely brought me a new perspective because I was not aware that these scraps were actually generating these carbon footprints. So that's one thing that I definitely learned. Also, when I went to collect fabric scrap from the tailors, they actually had big bags of scraps. And when I asked them what they did with those scraps, they threw them out every single day. So that again made me disappointed, knowing that scrap would eventually be going and generating carbon footprints. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Anushka. That was a very nice, detailed description, and thank you for being a buddy. So, Anushka's parents, my question to you is now, did you find any change in Anushka since she joined Save Scrap and Sew Teen Buddies program? Have you noticed any change or anything? Is this a dinner table conversation which you have at any point as to what is going on?
Yes, yes. We have seen some changes in her, definitely. And one of the things which we definitely see is these generation kids are so privileged that they get to use these clothes very often, and within a year the clothes are out of fashion, or they are not
Yeah.
they do not want it anymore. But one thing which she has promised to us after joining SSS is that I will be using all the clothes which I can fit into till the last moment, and I will ensure that it does go back to the recycling and not to the landfill.
Would you like to add something? Yeah. So-
Like what Anushka said, I went with her to the tailors. So even I was ignorant about this cloth scrap, never thought about it. So we are just happy that something is being done, even though it's in a small way. Everything makes a difference. So we want Anushka also to carry it forward and make a difference.
Perfect. So we are not saying that you need to be minimalistic or you need not buy. We cannot live that way, but we definitely can be mindful about it. That's it. And as a parent and as a person who will soon be going to college, I would highly request you to please. We have a LinkedIn page for Save Scrap and So, which I've just started. So please join there, share it from your professional platforms, and you as a teen buddy, you have the YouTube where again this will be going. YouTube, from Instagram, share it with people, because creating awareness is most important for us, along with what all work we are doing, because honestly this is not really our work, this is not our scrap, this is not our work, but bring your scrap back. And every time when you think that you're creating some clutter or anybody is, just think whose earth is it anyway. Right. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having Anushka, like I said, from the beginning. And I look forward to her being a continuing buddy with us. Though she has finished technically her sessions, I look forward to her being here at all times. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.